But these are very expensive.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything.
And,
Scumbags, hang on, scumbags wear expensive clothes. They spend a fortune.
But these are decent people. You can't say
the doorman don't know. I can say that. The words just came out my mouth. Excuse me. Loads of drugs dealers buy certain makes of clothes, and doormen have the right and have to keep that place right, and they will brand them, whatever they are. They're in charge.
But they can go on to a golf course, a posh golf course, with a Hugo Boss shirt on.
Right.
Why?
Well, I was refused in a club.
Why?
I was refused in a club. Simple as that. I was refused because of one of the shirts I had on once.
Well, quite a long time ago, I seen two children fighting over a Gap T-shirt.
Right.
And I didn't know what they were fighting about.
And what were they fighting about?
They said, he's gay. And I said, stop fighting. And it was in Pontons, actually.
Right.
Stop fighting. And I said, what are you talking about? I'd never heard of it in my life. And it was gay and gay and proud.
And good as you, it is.
Yes,
gay,
something like that.
No, it is.
I think that is ridiculous.
No, but that's kids. That's people fighting. There are many people fighting. Mother's Day, there will be women fighting over
the T-shirt.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunately what people.
No, okay. I'm going to go back in time.
Right.
Right. Teddy boys.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of decent teddy boys. They weren't all bad.
Right.
They wore drain pipes.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
They couldn't get in the picture house if they wore a drain pipe or they had. What are we all wearing now? Skinny jeans. They're drain pipes.
Yeah, but it's a different world we live in now.
I know it's a different world, but it's not a good world when you can judge somebody with a T-shirt.
And I'm sorry, I've worked in nightclubs for 50 years.
Oh, I know you haven't. I've been and watched you for 50 years.
And people have been judged by their clothes always for the last 50 years.
No, I just... Maybe this...
Well, you wouldn't have got into a club with ripped jeans. Now you can get in with ripped jeans.
Oh, no, they're fashionable. They cost a fortune.
That's what I'm saying. So we've always been judged.
I know, but I just can't understand that someone who's decent with a family at an 18th birthday can be signalled out because he's got a logo on his shirt.
Well, unfortunately, certain groups of people buy certain logos, and door staff who have to run and are responsible for any trouble in the club, they have the last word. And if they say no, it's down to them.
I think it's very unjust.
But you just said yourself, teddy boys weren't allowed in drain pipes. That was very unjust.
A teddy boy couldn't get in the
Paul
picture.
McCartney was banned from the cabin club for having long hair.
Exactly.
So it's always been around. It's not new.
Yeah, but they're walking around now with ripped jeans.
Well, there's a guy guy's just been refused entrance in a pair of £1,000 pair of trainers. And
well,
was
I
refused.
understand that. I know
£1,000 for a pair of shoes.
I've heard that. And another person had lovely jeans, but they were, army. And they said, oh, you can't come here with them on.
It's always been around, Margaret. It's always been around.
Well, I know that. I think it's ridiculous in this day and age. We're supposed to move on. The Teddy Boys had all that. They had a chain hanging from the trousers. They weren't going to hit anyone with them. It was the
Some of them did.
Well, they did. We know they did. But they were, they weren't all bad. Teddy Boys weren't all bad. They loved the fashion at that time, and you must know that.
Here we are.
You were from that area.
Somebody's just twittered in and said to you, so this is to you, what is this woman on about? Rules are rules. I've just been refused to go into the Savoy Hotel in London in black jeans.
Well, I think that's bloody ridiculous.
But they've been refused.
Well, and she doesn't agree with me.
No, not at all. Rules are rules.
Oh, well.
Well, rules.
Okay,
No, she said rules are rules.
Let's go on and conform to what we're supposed to wear when we go on a night out.
Well, you go to the Savoy Hotel in London, you go dressed beautifully.
I know that.
Well,
I know that more than anyone.
Well, what's the difference then, Margaret? What's the difference?
They've got a beautiful T-shirt on with a...
In your opinion, but unfortunately, people buy...
anybody.
Oh, God. Unfortunately...
A T-shirt is not going to hurt anybody.
Margaret, we beg to differ.
Who's inside the T-shirt?
We beg to differ. And a certain people's inside those T-shirts are the people that love causing trouble.
Oh, come on. These are dads and...
and dads don't fight. Dads don't fight.
Okay.
Dads don't fight, Margaret. There's a simple question.
You answer me this.
No, you answer me first. Dads don't fight. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that.
Two fellas just killed...
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah?
Okay,
yeah.
And I want you to speak to me quietly. Do you think that everybody who wears a Hugo Boss shirt is out for trouble?
No, of course not.
No, okay, that's right. You've answered my question.
Right.
Thank you.
But
that's all I
Dormans are in charge. Rules are rules. And there are certain places, in many places in this country...
I know rules. Okay. I know golf club rules.
Well, they are. They're even worse. They're even worse. They're even worse. You know, they are. You mentioned golf clubs. I mean, Chester races. You can't get into Chester races without a tie if you want to go into the centre part. You've got to wear a tie. That's rules. Rules.
I know about jackets.
Rules.
I know you're supposed to wear a jacket.
So what's the difference? Rules are rules.
It's a bloody T-shirt.
And rules are rules. Well, you can't get in. You can't get into Chester races in a T-shirt.
Okay, have you never worn it?
I'll ask you again. Hello? You can't get into Chester racecourse.
I know where you can't get in and what you can't do in races.
So there's no difference. What's the difference? What's the difference in what you're saying then?
What I'm saying is, they've got a coat on, they've got a white T-shirt on, and it's got a tiny moppet.
So what's the difference in doing that at the races and you refused?
Well, you know the rules of the races.
And you know the rules of the club.
Oh, come on.
Margaret, let's leave this because we're going nowhere with this.
You don't know the rules of the club.
We're not going anywhere with this, Margaret. Margaret, with you, it's one rule for one and one rule for... No, Margaret, it's all to suit you. It's about nothing else. If it doesn't suit...
No, it is.
Well, of course it is. Because you're arguing about it. You can't get in the races in a T-shirt and you can't get into some clubs in a T-shirt. What's the difference?
You can get in the clubs in a T-shirt, but you can't get in the clubs with a Hugo Boss T-shirt.
I give up. I give up. I don't have to get my head round anything.
I bet you've had some Hugo Boss in your life.
I haven't had any... Margaret.
I bet you have, because it was...
Margaret, I've got to go to a break, love. Night-night.
Customer service, don't get me started. When someone calls me, I speak to them. I don't put them on hold to some fancy pants classical music before passing them on to someone they've never spoken to before. Rude. It's time someone made customer service better.
They have. At Car Finance 24/7, you get your very own personal advisor from start to finish.
That is better.
That's carfinance247.co.uk. Car Finance 24/7 is a broker, not a lender. Representative 27.4% APR.
Universal Credit is opening up work for thousands of people across the country. It provides support for people out of work or who start on a low income and comes with your own work coach to provide help and advice. Universal Credit can top up your wages and payments won't stop just because you work more than 16 hours. so it can open up lots more job opportunities and makes temporary or part-time work a great place to start. Universal Credit. Opening up work. Find out more at gov.uk/openingupwork.
Are you still waiting? Waiting for an adequate response from your tour operator? If your complaint about food poisoning on your holiday this year, or even last year, feels like it's going nowhere, the legal experts at sickholiday.com can help. Sickholiday.com specialise in helping people who've been genuinely ill on holiday get the compensation they deserve. Making a claim is straightforward, and we'll help you through every step. To find out what to do next, visit sickholiday.com. That's sickholiday.com.
Changing your car?
Now is the time to trade in and trade up to a newer, better car at Motor Range.
Motor Range wants your current car.
So come and trade up today.
On Merseyside, only Motor Range offers over 1,000 cars on one huge site.
4x4s,
MPVs,
SUVs,
hybrids,
first-time cars,
family cars,
and more.
Nil deposit terms and affordable easy payments.
Swap up to a better car at
Motor
Motor Range.
Range.
Click motorrange.co.uk.
Representative APR 12.9.
Trust me, I know ways to make you happy. Go to strictlysecret.co.uk.
Bauer Media, the people behind your favourite magazines and the station you're tuned into right now, bring you the Bauer Academy. The Bauer Academy is a training organisation immersed within one of the world's largest media companies. Through our brands and industry-based tutors, we offer bespoke training to inspire and upskill your staff, and you can use your apprenticeship levy to fund it. We'll create training that suits your schedule, promotes development across your company, and helps you to use, not lose your levy. Make the apprenticeship levy work for you with the Bauer Academy. Say hello at boweracademy.co.uk/apprenticeships.
At Wren, we put our heart and soul into every kitchen. But don't take our word for it. Your Home magazine voted us Best Kitchen Retailer 2018. Visit today to find out why.
Pete Price's Sunday Best. Call now 0151 708 1059. Radio City Talk.
And just for the record, before I speak to Jim and mention Alan and Paul, I wear Hugo Boss all the time, especially my tops. All the time. I love Hugo Boss, always have done. Alan says, regarding the gentleman being refused entry, could the doorman have had trouble with the man before? Interesting question. Paul says, from my experience running pubs, these rules keep staff and other customers safe. Have always had issues when they are relaxed. Paul goes on to say the Licensing Act of 2003 entitles bar to refuse any or no reason at all if it's their business. They can say what they want. Hello, Jim. Yes, Jim.
Hello, you okay?
Yes, thank you. What can we do for you?
I'm just thinking about the issue with the labelling of clothes, and obviously it's a different scenario, isn't it? Because you've got kids who are coming up in the world who want to wear these brands, and obviously people who do certain things and certain stuff get labelled with it, but it's all about peer pressure for the kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about being labelled as in people want to match up to their, standards, I suppose. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, but that, I mean, you're evidently an older man, Jim, not as old as me, but haven't we always had pressure? I mean, I had pressure at school the way I had to dress.
Okay, yeah.
Shoes.
Hey, I've followed you for a while. I've listened to you for a long time now. But some kids in vulnerable areas or disadvantaged situations, they need these labels to try and step up to the peer pressures. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not arguing with over that. But if some clubs and some pubs have got rules, then the rules have got to be obeyed,
Do you know what, Pete? I'm not slating rules. Everybody has rules. There's certain rules for people to abide by. Yeah, I get that. But I'm more thinking of the younger generation coming up, as in fitting in with these labels, with these peer pressures, and meeting different scenarios in life going forward.
But I had the same pressure growing up as well, Jim. I had a pressure when I didn't wear winkle pickers when they were in fashion. I had pressure when I didn't wear chisel toes when they were in fashion. So I had that pressure as well. So I've lived through that pressure.
No, we all have pressures.
Well, precisely.
What I'm trying to say is...
No, well, I'm saying exactly what you said, but I had pressures when I was their age, so I know what it's like.
Okay, so what is your opinion on moving forward for these vulnerable kids, as in trying to get these labels from a black market situation just to feel accepted into a bigger society as
the young people I know would never wear a snide piece of fashion. If it wasn't a real Hugo Boss, they would know, and they will only wear that or that label. So they won't wear these ones imports from China.
Okay, I get that. But what about the parents in disadvantaged areas?
Why are you just talking about disadvantaged? We're talking about young people. I was in London yesterday, and there must have been 130 young people queuing for a designer T-shirt shop that's very famous, and I've forgotten the name of the brand, and the T-shirts are like £100 each, and to have one of these is to die for. 130 people queuing to get these T-shirts.
But what I'm trying to say to you, Peter, is not everybody has got £130.
But they have. They have when they want to get the labels. No. Yes, they have when they want to get the labels.
No, Peter, you've got it wrong.
I haven't.
People in disadvantaged areas who need to go on the black market to get these labels.
What do you mean? Why have you brought the black market into it?
Because that's what happens.
But they don't wear snide clothes.
No, but people in...
Well, what are you saying, black market, then? What are you saying, black market?
Peter,
no, they won't.
Peter,
no, they won't. No, they won't.
Listen, Peter, they will.
No, they won't. Yeah, I will argue with you till you are black and blue. I'm telling you now, they will not wear snide gear.
Look,
and they know snide gear.
You're not living in the real world.
No, sorry, that's where you're different. I work these places. I see these people, and they do not wear snide gear.
I do myself. I'm saying to the people who can't afford to buy the top end.
They find the money to. They find the money to when they want it.
No, you.
They go out and sell some more drugs.
No, it's not all about that. There's people in situations where they can't.
Well, then you do without.
Yeah, I totally
I had to do without when I was a kid.
Hold on a minute, Peter. So did I, right? But what I'm trying to say to you is we live in a world now where there's a lot of peer pressure.
But there was peer pressure when I grew up.
Look, you need to come to today. We're in today now. We're not in yesterday.
But I've lived through peer pressure, so I know what you're talking about. It's always been there. There's always been peer pressure. It's no different now.
Times change.
No, it isn't. We had an outside lavvy. We had no money.
No, but times change. It's not about having an outside toilet today. That doesn't happen.
You're saying people can't afford. I'm saying in my day we couldn't afford.
No, what I'm trying to say to you is people will go and do whatever means to find that Hugo Boss label or whatever. As the woman touched on before.
Well, Margaret doesn't know about that. She's a wealthy woman.
Well, okay, yeah, she doesn't. But I'm probably talking of a different era, yeah. Right? You've got a label on your T-shirt. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake.
Well, I'm telling you, you're wrong, because people won't wear fake. Young people will not wear fake because they know when it's fake.
Okay, then the main point I'm putting towards doesn't that put a lot of pressure on the parents?
Well, yeah, but my mum had pressure. Me growing up.
Well, it's a big, wide thing to think about, isn't it?
All right, leave it there. 0151 708 1059. It's how they are brought up. People that buy snide buy because they want a champion life, no corporation pop money, says Lee. Well, I'm sorry, Lee, I don't agree with you at all, because I know a lot of young people have got no money, but they would never, ever, ever, ever buy a snide outfit. Ever, ever, ever. Take a break, then I'll speak to Danny. You want to join us? We've got about 9 empty lines. Talk about it.
For 5 years, Clatterbridge Private Clinic has provided tailored and dedicated private cancer care on the Wirral. Through our unique partnership with the NHS, we're the only private cancer treatment clinic serving Cheshire, Merseyside and North Wales. Offering exceptional levels of care in a relaxing environment, we aim to be here when you need us. Find out more about our consultants and cancer treatments at clatterbridgeprivate.co.uk or call us in confidence on 556 5391.
Right now at Wren, all kitchens are half price, plus VAT free when you buy 5 or more fully assembled units. Hurry, offer ends Monday the 19th.
If you want a car on finance, how do you even know what cars to look at when you don't know what your monthly payments will be? Should I be looking at a Porsche 911 or a Vauxhall Astra? It's about time someone thought of a better way.
They have. Car finance 24/7. You can get your finance before you get your car, so you know what you can afford.
Well, yeah, that's better.
That's carfinance247.co.uk. Car Finance 24/7 is a broker, not a lender. Representative 27.4% APR.
It's the perfect gift for dog lovers. National Dog Mania comes to Exhibition Centre Liverpool Easter weekend, Saturday, March the 31st and Sunday the 1st of April. Dog lovers, owners and pooches themselves are